Yo, what's up guys? Cause Genesis back here again with another video. I'm trying to do 30 videos for this month of July. And today's topic that I want to talk about is something that maybe you have ever heard, where people say that in order to grow or be into like the best version of yourself, that sometimes you have to go away, kind of like run away from your family or from your town. It could also be from your country. And growing up, we used to work on farms a lot, and usually all the time we'd be working on the farms. My thought was always like, I hope one day I can find ways to run away, and I will never return to this to this village. That was always my thought. But then I've also read something which says that no matter where you go or how far you run from your country, your home, your house, it could be your family, that you can't run away from yourself. And it makes me question myself if I really wanted to run away from the physical place where I grew up from, or if I wanted to run away from my mind. Yeah, and but first, so after uni, so I got the chance to run away from home after joining law school in the city, which is like 6 or to 7, 8 hours away from home. But I would still go back home in the holidays, and it was still affecting me mentally until I found some work, working as a waiter, working as a PlayStation shop attendant, and that's how I started staying in the city. But still I stayed with a roommate. As time went on, I could afford to stay by myself. And I think that's when the real kinda you comes out, because then you're spending most of the time by yourself. Like after school, after work, you're home all the time, and you're with yourself. And then you get all these crazy thoughts. You think a lot about decisions that you made in the day, what you want to be, how you could change your life. And it took me a lot of time before I jumped on my self-improvement journey, because I was always like, oh, I have free time now, I can talk to these people, I can chat, scroll TikTok, or watch movies, listen to music, watch YouTube. But along the way, I think all these are the things, or the stages that you go through to kind of like discover what you really want. And one day I was sitting on my bed, I think it was around like 3 a.m. I'd finished jacking off, and then I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell am I doing with my life? That was the question I asked myself. Like, every day it was the same kind of thing. But then inside me, I knew like there is like fire in me. I don't want to stay how I am. I don't want to be how I am. And then you also kind of like hate yourself, because then I had moved from the fact of saying that I already hate myself now, and I have tried to take my own life a couple of times now, and now I've moved from like that kind of mindset. But now still, what next? Why am I here? What am I doing? And why do I need to still be here? Can I be better than I am right now? Can I make more money? Can I somehow start to like myself? So then I text my friend and I say, can I come to the gym with you like next month? And they said, yeah, you can come with us. So when I started working out, also things started like changing. I could somehow think different. Started liking myself a little bit, but I liked to. Then I started creating content. Was viral at some point. Found jobs. Started working. And I started looking at life in a solitude way. Like I have to do things on my own. No one is coming to save me. It's only me. And then I started changing the kind of stuff I was watching to self-improvement stuff, and up to where even now I'm still living on my own. But the first thing that I had to do was to not want to be home with my family or to be in my village or my town. I had to first get that kind of mindset, like no matter what happens, I have to move far away from home as I can. So if you're watching this video, you might be living at home, you have like free rent, you don't worry about rent, food, everything, because your parents are still like working, so they get everything covered for you. But sometimes I would kind of like wish life was somehow like that. Like I didn't have to worry about all this stuff, like being an adult on my own. But then other days I'm like, at the end of the day, you will have to go away from your family. Maybe you're born, you're rich, and you have all that stuff figured out. But if you haven't, then first thing you would want to do is move out from home. Try to find your own place. Try to make a living by your own, and day by day, as you do that, it kind of gives you life different perceptions about life, different meanings, and maybe somehow you might find your purpose, or like you won't know how strong you are until being strong is like the only option. You won't know how brave you are until being brave is the only option. So all things are how I am right now and whom I am trying to become, which is the best version of myself. I don't think all this could have been possible if I was still staying with my parents and I was still living with my family. And you have to do the same. Maybe you've been wondering, oh, what should I do next? How do I start improving my life? How do I like move on? I think if you're watching this video, then this is your step. Move out of your town, move out of your village, move out of your parents' home, and try to find who you are or who you could be. And also the funny thing is that when things like really fail, you can always go back home. Like there's something they say, even if you're out of the country, there's always a ticket going back home. And I think this video should remind you that I should go move out of your comfortable place and try to find out who you are or who you can be. Because if you are always around people who care about you, all your friends, then you never grow. Also, another thing they say is that in our culture, parents, they always like it more knowing that you are not even home, you are far away, but you're also thriving in life. My name is Genesis. I'll see you in the next video.